be an eternal stalker, right? And be one of those people who drives past your specific person's house to see what they're doing, or looks through the window, or see if the car's parked there, right? Now, you could see their car not parked there and think bad stories about that. Or you could see their car not parked there and think good stories about that. You're the only one determining what does that them not being parked in the car park mean. It means whatever you think it means because you don't actually know what the fuck they're doing. You're not where they are. You're sitting outside their house like a stalker, seeing that their car's not there and making up all kinds of truths about where they are. Then the next time you see them, you'll react in a weird way based on you thinking they were somewhere they shouldn't have been when they could have just been somewhere totally innocent, but you've made up a whole story in your mind. I'll give you another example. You could have a story about money and money being hard to come by. And that story will reflect constantly in your 3D reality because that's the story you hold about money. But you think it's true because you've held that story about money for so long because your parents held that story and their parents held that story. And when you grew up, money was hard to come by and you did live paycheck to paycheck and your parents said, we can't afford that. Put that back. And you think that's true about money. I had to really get over those truths that my parents gave me about money, and now I never ever utter out of my mouth, I can't afford that. And the other day I said something like that, and I wish I hadn't said it. It came out my mouth, and I thought, Loz, you know better than that. But I was trying to explain something to somebody, but I hated saying it. But then as I'm saying it, aren't I believing it to be true? So I shouldn't have said it because I believe I can afford anything now. I don't have that old mentality I have with money. So I shouldn't even utter those kind of things and say them as truths. Otherwise, I'll reflect in my 3D reality and then it will be true out here, won't it? For that time, until I change it back. You guys are deciding things are true. You're deciding your thoughts are true. You're deciding your 3D reality is true. And all you need to do is decide it isn't. And things would be so much fucking easier for you. But you think things are so concrete and so real and so stuck and so as they are that you can't possibly imagine you could think differently about it. You could decide whatever's happening in your 3D reality like a third party doesn't mean anything and they'll go away. You could decide a lack of money doesn't mean anything and you'll have money soon. You could decide your specific person is off buying you a gift, that's why they're not home. Not they're off fucking someone else. Whatever the fuck was going on in your mind, that truth you thought it meant. Guys, only you determine what you think is true. And you guys are so used to thinking thoughts you think as true, you think they are true about you, circumstances, and other people. And they're just what you decided is true. That's it.